The last time that Team USA won against a European club took place on December 18th, 2021, and it was against Bosnia. So, thanks again, boys. What's up, everybody? TM Fanatic here. Hope you all are having a fantastic day, and welcome to another post-game reaction. In this one, I'm continuing my coverage of Team USA and our run in this year's FIFA World Cup that is going to continue even further into the round of 16. But for here, let's talk about what we witnessed in the round of 32. USA beats Bosnia 2-0, or should I say, USA beats Bosnia and the refs 2-0. We'll get into all that. I got lots to talk about in this match. And yes, we are going to cover everything that happened in this match. But first and foremost, fans, the latest episode of my podcast, Gridiron Chat, is out right now. For those of you who are new to it, my podcast, Gridiron Chat, is about me and my best friend, Steven, who is a Bengals fan. Yes, I know. It's crazy, but yeah, we are best friends, and we talk all things college football, NFL, and WWE. So if you're into that kind of thing, if you enjoy that, I highly suggest you checking out our podcast. You can check out the video version here on YouTube, and you can also check out the audio version of the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. This hurts, right? This is a guy who's...
let me just make another reminder for those people who like to do the Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson. The top three.
All great players.
Yeah, they don't like to put Joe on there. Because aside from Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow, out of those three, which one has been to a Super Bowl?
Yep, it's true. Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Which other two have not been to a Super Bowl? Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't. But the NFL can't admit that because they don't see the Bengals as a contender team.
Links are in the description. Hope you all enjoy. All right. Entering this match, you got Bosnia and Team USA. Both clubs couldn't have had more different results in their final matches of the group stage. For Bosnia, they got a 3-1 win over Qatar that really helped them to get just enough points in order to advance to this point at the round of 32. For Team USA, even though that the Turkey match, even though that there was no real stakes in that match, whether we won or lost, it still sucked to get absolutely screwed in the final minutes. Regardless, both clubs made it here. And what we saw, for example, Germany, what happened to them, getting knocked out by Paraguay. You know what? Anything can happen from here on out, folks. Like, upsets are real. And in this first half, to start it off, it seemed like USA, we were taken out of our comfort zone a little bit here. Bosnia, clearly their back line, their defense was a lot more compact, really limiting our opportunities to score. And Team USA, we did not score within the first 10 minutes. Which, yes, in every match that we played in the group stage, including the one against Turkey, the USA, we scored one goal, at least one goal, within the first 10 minutes. Here, it did not happen, but what gave me hope is that as this match progressed, as the first half went on, it kind of seemed like we were getting more and more possession. So then the opportunities were becoming more and more fruitful. Like this one, in the 30th minute, Bosnia turns the ball over, McKinney then sends it in for Balogun, and he scores! But hold on, the offside flag comes up once again. Deja vu from the Turkey match. Happened just like this, right here. USA, we get a big goal, momentum coming to our side, but that flag goes up. And this one stings even more because, this is it. It's win or go home. Every call is so important, so vital for us. It can either help us or not. In this case, at the moment, it seemed like this did not help us at all. And Balogun, oh my gosh! It was literally like his foot just his foot. If he's just half a step, oh my gosh, that goal would have counted. That would have been huge for us right there. But, you know, I try to be like a positive guy. Try to be like, okay, it's offside. It sucks. But, you know, we are getting more opportunities. But with that being said, with us again having all these opportunities now, with us starting to figure out Bosnia and how they play, how they defend, Bosnia and their players, as a result, they got a lot more physical. Which I am surprised, I am shocked that in this first half, and really for the entire game, there were no yellow cards given. There was a card that was given out. We will talk about that in a bit. But for this first half, there were no cards given out. Like a lot of fouls, but no cards, which really shocked me because like everybody on our team was getting it. Everyone on our team was getting hit. You know, whether it was like Pulisic, Robinson, Tillman, whoever. Everybody was getting hit. But you know what, the USA, we stay resilient and we get the goal that we needed. 45th minute, US able to keep this ball on our end. Tillman, he has a nice pass. The ball gun coming into the box. He shoots and he scores. And this time, there's no flag that goes up. No offside call this time. And what a way for us to get on the board in this fashion right here. You got Balogun fighting through like 3 Bosnia players right here, and then scoring right through Vasilic's legs. Which, you know what, I guess that knee from Robinson really helped us out. And for Balogun, I know that he had quite the up and down match here, but I do want to give him the credit where it is deserved, because he has been sensational. For Balogun, he's had 12 goals now in 30 initial attempts, and this was his 3rd goal of this tournament. He's been showing out for us. No doubt, he's the best player that we've seen on this USA club so far in terms of scoring goals. So Team USA, even though it was a pretty physical first half, an emotional one as well, we were able to get that goal. And going into the second half, we were feeling good. And for Bosnia, I suppose that that was enough. Us scoring that 1 goal was enough for them to completely flip their entire game plan, because 5 minutes into the second half, Bosnia makes 3 substitutions. Perhaps, you know, trying to get back some of the possession on their end. Perhaps trying to get some shots on goal their way. But what they first got was Balogun for us getting kicked off in the 64th minute for accidentally stepping on Mohamic's foot. Now, anyone who's a fan of soccer has given their take on this call. Here's my first issue with this, all right? Going back again to the first half, there were no cards given. No yellows, no reds in the entire first half. So the referees were giving everyone the impression that, you know what, we're just going to let the players play. Just let them do their thing. So, okay, you know what? It is what it is. Some refs like to be ticky-tacky, others not so much. It's a part of the game. It's like, okay, it's whatever. It is what it is. But here, in the second half, you have Balogun in the air. He cannot tell where his foot is going as he's coming down. His head is turned. He accidentally steps on Mohamic's foot. It was an accident. There's no intention behind that. Yes, I do understand to a degree that these players have to be protected, you know, because I don't want no one getting injured. You know, that's the last thing that I want. So if a yellow card was given, I would have at least somewhat of an understanding of that. Because, again, you are trying to protect these players. Even though our players got absolutely punched and kicked and dragged down the entire match, I do understand that you do want to make sure that there aren't any major injuries. I get that part. But a red card off of something that was accidental with no malice behind it, that is wrong. That's injustice right there. And you know what really grinded my gears even more is that I did some digging, folks. Leo Messi, the golden boy in all of soccer. This is why I'm not a fan of him. Here's why right here. Because it seems like he always gets some kind of favor from the refs. Let me give you an example. So here's a picture of Leo Messi when Argentina played Algeria. Leo Messi Clearly, in this moment, he is putting his foot on the other guy's shin. Kind of similar, in a similar spot to where Balagan hit Mramovic's leg. Like right in that same area almost. You have Messi doing this. He's looking at what he's doing. There is intention behind what he is doing. And it was not called. Not even a yellow card for Messi. Of something that he intentionally did. But yet we're going to send Balagan off with a red for something that was accidental. But we're not going to not even give Messi any kind of card for doing something, for hitting a guy in pretty much the same spot with intention. That's injustice right there. And I do understand that like there might be some people that would argue that like the circumstances were different because Balagan was up in the air. Messi was probably like chasing this guy down. But when you have Balagan again going off for a red card on something that was completely accidental, he could not keep track of where his foot was going. Well, what was he supposed to do? He's not an astronaut. There's gravity on Earth. He's got to land that foot. It was just an unfortunate circumstance. We're going to send him off for that. But Messi does not even get a single card for hitting an Algerian player in a similar spot with intention, and he's looking where he's placing his foot. I'm sorry. That's wrong. That's injustice. And that tarnishes the officiating for this FIFA World Cup in a big way. So yeah, I wasn't happy about that. No one from Team USA was happy about that. Absolutely not. But here's what really scared me, honestly, is that Bosnia, this was kind of their wheelhouse in terms of when they score goals. Because this happened, again, in like the 64th minute. We had probably 20 minutes to play plus stoppage time. And for Bosnia, 4 of their 5 goals that they got in the group stage came after the 74th minute. So Bosnia and their players, they know how to finish strong. But once again, Team USA, we rise to the occasion and we are able to get the all-important second goal that we needed. 82nd minute, US with a free kick. Tillman takes it and he scores! Woohoo! To give us, once again, a much-needed cushion at this point. When Balagan was set off, it seemed like the hope was dwindling. Bosnia and their fans, they were making some noise, trying to motivate their club to capitalize on this golden opportunity that they got within these last 20 minutes. But it was us who stepped up. We're the ones that got the goal against. That's who we are. That's who this club is. We do not give up no matter what the circumstances come our way. Woo! Man, I'm fired up. Woo! Because for Team USA, this was a great win. One that has been a long time coming. This was our first knockout round win since 2002. So again, yeah, it's been a long time coming. And this was, I believe, such a character win for us. Because so much was pitted against us in this game. If like certain things didn't happen in this match, heck, we would have won like 5-0. We would have destroyed Bosnia. The refs were against us in this game. Balagan got sent off with 20 minutes left. There was 10 minutes of stoppage time added. 10 whole minutes! And Bosnia still could not score. The circumstances were not great. Lesser teams would have collapsed under the pressure, but not us. So many players were able to step up for us. Obviously, big shout out to Balagan and Tillman for scoring the goals. Pulisic, he had some nice runs as well. It's good to see him kind of, getting back to his form. Tim Reed was great as well on the back line defending, as was Matt Freese in goal. I mean, when his number was called, Freese, he made some big saves. He was able to step up in a huge way, and this was a historic feat that happened for Matt Freese and for us. So, with this win now, Matt Freese has multiple shutout victories at the same World Cup. The first time that that's happened for us since 1930. But again, give Matt Freese credit. He's been an absolute beast in net, He got the shutout win against Australia, but this one has to feel a lot more sweet against Bosnia, helping us to advance to the round of 16. Now, talking about Bosnia, because I'm sure for their fans, it sucks to leave at this point. It is what it is. But one final take that I want to have about Bosnia and their players and their coach is that, you know what? This might be like a hot take here, but I would not say it if I didn't feel strong about it and if I didn't have evidence to back it up. This Bosnia club, they're basically cockroaches in that clearly they could not match up with us. We were the better athletes. We had the better club. We played the better game. Bosnia clearly couldn't beat us through the middle. That was not going to happen. So really, their only hope was to maybe have like some long balls, getting numbers down there, maybe execute on set pieces, which to their credit, Bosnia have been strong in that area throughout this World Cup. But once we figured out Bosnia and their backline and how to break through that, they were one-dimensional. They had no answers for us. So what do they choose to do? What do their players do? They choose to hit us, smack us, drag us down, injure us, do anything that they possibly can to give themselves just somewhat of an edge. Even after Balogun was sent off, Bosnia, they had 20 full minutes pretty much, plus 10 minutes of stoppage time. A whole half hour to score. And not only did they not do that, we got a second goal on their butts. And Sergev Barbares, the Bosnia manager, he was so desperate, so delusional, and so frustrated that in the 79th minute, there's a moment when he actually holds the ball trying to prevent us from executing a throw-in. And yes, he did get a yellow for that. One of the few calls that the refs in this match got right. I mean, I've never seen that personally for me. I've never seen that. And that is classless. I mean, where is the class? Where's the respect? Where is the integrity? It's not there. Sergev, that's your manager. He's holding the ball, jumping up and down like a little baby? I'm sorry, like, that's childish. And for those, again, thinking that that is a hot take, thinking that I might be a tad bit biased because I have all this USA gear on me right here. Look, I would encourage you, go watch the match. Go watch all the times when our guys got dragged down and then we try to do the same thing and then we get fouled for it. Watch Sergev go absolutely crazy, have a little temper tantrum in the middle of a match holding a ball like a little baby. Watch all that and tell me that I'm wrong. But regardless of the opinions, Team USA, the result is the same. We win, we advance to the round of 16. And speaking of head managers right here, let's talk about ours. Mauricio Pochettino. This was a historic win for him as well. With this win, Mauricio, he has now the most World Cup wins as a U.S. men's national team manager with 3. Hopefully for us, he'll get his 4th win when we play Belgium in the round of 16, which, again, it kind of sucks that we're not going to have Balogun out there for that match. But what I will say in closing is that, you know what? If we can not only win, but score a goal with 9 men in 20 minutes, you know what, dude? We are fully capable of beating Belgium with all of our guys out on the pitch. I think Mauricio and the coaching staff, they just got to get back to the drawing board, see what works, go out there and execute. And hopefully we do that in advance to the quarterfinals. But fans, that is going to do it for this post-game reaction. Thank you all so much for watching. If you all enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and you can join our Fanatic Army. And honey salutes to all of you as always, and I hope that all of you have a fantastic day.